about SQL commands, what we have already saw in the previous session. Okay, so there are four types of commands which is present in SQL. So the first type of commands is called as a DDL command, which is called as a data definition language. The other one is called as a DML command, that is DML language, where it is called as a data manipulation language. In manipulation language, you will be doing all updation works. Okay, so you will be doing all updation works. You will be deleting the particular record, or you will be searching the particular record according to certain rules and regulations. Okay, so that is all about DML. So DDL is going to deal with the data definition, that is the outline of the table. Okay, so டேபிளோட அவுட்லைன் எப்படி இருக்கும்ன்றத பார்க்கறது வந்து DDL command. So DML command is going to implement the values inside the tables. Okay, so DCL command is going to give the control. Okay, so the particular database administrator is going to give the data control language. Okay, so the last thing is called as a TCL commands, which is called as a transaction control language. So these are all the four SQL commands that we have in our Dbms, right? So already we discussed about DDL commands and DML commands. Okay, so DDL commands la நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா creating the table, dropping the table, alter the table, rename the table and truncate the table. Okay, so if time permits, at the end of the session we can see this once again. Okay, so இதெல்லாமே நம்ம பார்த்துட்டோம். அடுத்து நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம் அப்படின்னா we are just going to discuss about data manipulation language, where you will be going for insertion, selection, deletion and updation. So insertion ல வந்து three type of insertion is available. One is called as a single line insert, second one is called as a multi-line insert, third one is called as a select insert. In this we were discussed about two things called single line insert and select insert, where in our online session we cannot see the example for multi-line insert. Okay, so the syntax for the multi-line insert will be like this. Okay, so you are going to create a table called personal, which consists of the fields like person ID, first name of the person, last name of the person, address of the person and city. Okay, so let me consider, or let us discuss about a table called personal. The personal table is going to contain the value called person ID, first name, last name, address and city. So this is the field that we have in a personal table. Okay, so where we are going to insert the value into the table called personal. So for inserting the values into the table, we will be using insert into personal values. Okay, so the basic command is insert into table name values. Okay, if you are going to use multi-line insert, so before the field you will be using the ampersand symbol. Okay, so we will be adding ampersand PID. Since it is a number, we did not include inside the single quotation. Okay, first name, last name, address and city is all varchar. Okay, which is all called as a string data type. So all the data types for this variable name, that is first name, last name, address and city, is called as a string. Okay, where you will be defining with varchar of 15 or varchar of 20, etc. Okay, so that is why we have included this inside the single quotation. Okay, so this is how you will be using. So once after giving the first value, you have to give a slash simply. Okay, so once if you give enter after this, it will be asking for the value of person ID. Then it will be asking the value of first name, last name, address and city. So after giving enter, okay, so it will display like old record will be 1 and new record will be 1. So one row is created for this table. So after this, if you want to insert the multiple values at a time, you can give a slash simply, which means that the previous
command has to be executed. The previous query need to be executed. So if you give the slash, it will be asking for the second person's detail. Okay, so second person detail can be given. And if you decide that you want to create one more record for the person ID as 103, then also you can give a slash. Okay, so where which is not, which we cannot show this on the ஆன்லைன் கம்பைலர். ஓகே, ஸோ நான் உங்களுக்கு ஆன்லைன் கம்பைலரில் தான் எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். இந்த மல்டி லைன் இன்சர்ட்டை எனக்கு ஆன்லைன் கம்பைலரில் எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்ண முடியாது. சரிங்களா? ஸோ அடுத்தது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா செலக்ட் இன்சர்ட் ஆர் ப்ரொஜெக்ட். ஸோ இதை பற்றி நான் உங்களுக்கு ஆல்ரெடி சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்கேன். இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு இன்சர்ட் ஒன்லி சர்டன் வேல்யூஸ் ஃபார் த ஃபீல்டு. ஓகே, ஸோ சர்டன் ஃபீல்டுக்கு மட்டும் வேல்யூஸை நீங்கள் இன்சர்ட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா you can use select insert or project. Okay, so where you can insert only values for the selected columns or field. Okay, so here I am using only two values, which is called as a personal id and first name. Okay, PID and first name. இது ரெண்டுக்கு மட்டும் தான் நான் என்ன பண்ண போறேன். I'm going to insert the values. So I'm just giving insert into personal. So what are all the field I'm going to insert the value? I'm going to insert the personal id value and I'm going to insert the value for the first name. Okay, so I'm giving the field name here. So after which I'm giving the keyword called values. What I'm going to insert, I'm going to insert the values, so which is followed by two value called 500 and Prabhu. So this is how you can insert the values for certain field alone or certain columns alone. Okay, so this is how you will be using a select insert or project. So how many insertions is possible? How many insert commands are possible? Can you just post it in the chat box? Can you please post it in the chat box? How many insert values are possible? Yes, please. Yes, please post it in the chat box. How many values are possible? Yes, please post it in the chat box bar. Brinda, Brinda is there.
மேம்
எத்தனை insert சொல்லி கொடுத்தா?
மேம் புரியல.
4 ஆ 3 ஆ?
4
4 என்னங்க சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம்.
மேம் அந்த இன்சர்ட்ல 3 இருக்கும் அதுதானே மேம் கேட்டீங்க?
So how many values are present? So there are three types through which we can insert the values into the table. One is called as a single line insert. Second one is called as a multi-line insert. And third one is called as a select insert, or it is otherwise called as a project. So single line insert, you can insert only one line at a time. Okay, you can insert the value for one row at a time, which is called as a single line insert. Multi-line insert, there is a possibility to insert more than one values at a time by using a slash. Okay, so that is called as a multi-line insert. And the last type of insert is called as a select insert, where you can insert the values for only the selected columns. Okay, so this is called as a select insert, or otherwise it is called as a project. So can you understand? So have you all understood about these three type of insert commands? Please post it in the chat box, pa, whether you have understood or not. Only two of them are listening my class. What about others? So in the last class, we were discussing about the select command. So select command is used to retrieve the values from the database, right? So the first is query all the values in the table. So the first type is called as select star from table name. Okay, so let me just stop projecting. Okay, let me project my whole screen. So here select star from table name will retrieve whole value from the table. Okay, please listen here. Let me show. So select star from table will retrieve all the values from the table. So let me just show you. So I have a table called EMP1 where it consists of two values called EMP ID and EMP name. Okay. So if I'm going to give select star from EMP1, it is going to retrieve all the values which I have. So if I'm going to select only the particular column, so let me give like select EMP ID from EMP1. So this query will retrieve only the values of the EMP ID. Okay, so let us see. So star abdina whole values of the table will be retrieved. Whereas if you are giving any particular column name, it will retrieve the values from the particular column. Okay. So can you see this? So if I am giving select EMP ID from EMP1, okay, so what happens?